Hi everyone, my name is Celeste. Welcome and thank you so much for being here. Today's class is going to be all about hands and fingers mobility. Now I've noticed that sometimes, even for myself as well, when we start doing yoga, or maybe if you're advanced as well, we tend to not use our hands a lot. We tend to kind of like place them very stiff and the fingers close together, which is okay, it's fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong about it. But it's a really good idea for our brain and our lovely body to actually use our fingers a little bit more and be more expressive while moving with our hands as well. Remember that for our brain, our hands are super big, motor and sensory wise, and they are really, really important. So keeping them active and actually using them as we flow, it's always a really great idea. So without talking any longer, let's get to the class. All right, so we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. So I invite you to choose the one you prefer the most. I am going to be sat up on a block. You can sit on the floor, cross-legged, kneeling, really however it's more comfortable. We're going to spend a little bit here, so really do make yourself very comfortable. Once you find your favorite seated position, I invite you to close your eyes, should you wish to. If you don't want to close your eyes, you can either soften your gaze or just keep your eyes focused on a point on the floor or in front of you. Relax your arms wherever they land beside you. Take a big inhale through your nose and sighing it out. Imagine you had a ball hovering over your head and you needed to push it all the way up to the ceiling through the crown of the head. And so as we grow tall through the spine, we ground down through our hips. And use these first few moments to do a little scan of your body, check in with the way you feel, with the way your energy feels. Allow your breath to be soft and deep, in and expanding your belly, out, and a slight contraction to allow the air to flow out. Take a few mindful breaths, trying to keep your breath for as much as you can in and out through your nose. And I would like you to take your attention to your hands. Do not move them or modify the position, just take the focus there and perceive the way your hands are resting, wherever they are resting. And perceive the sensation in your hand of the hand in contact with the surface they are resting on. The quality of the surface, whether it's your skin, whether it is your leggings or any piece of clothes, or on the floor, perhaps they are resting on the mat. And so perceive the quality, the sensation of the skin of your hand in contact with whatever other surface they're resting on. And I want you to visualize the size of your hands in your mind's eye. Take a big inhale through your nose. Blow it out through pursed lips. Now place your palms together and start rubbing your hands, creating some heat and warmth in between your palms, but really rub them, rub each finger. Don't forget about the thumb, the front of the hands as well. Just imagine you're washing your hands really thoroughly, perhaps that's the word. And once you find you create a little bit of heat in your hands, place both your hands over your eyes, creating caves. really dark, make them as dark as you possibly can, and open your eyes into the darkness if your eyes were closed, and then gently release the hands off your face so the impact of the light is not too much. Amazing. Now let's continue with the rubbing, but go up to your forearms and elbows. Nice, and shoulders. The back of your shoulder where the scapula is. And then your neck, your chest, over your collarbone. And all the way perceive the sensation, whether it's your hand against clothes or your hand against skin. Just perceive the different sensations of the different materials, right, that we've got resting on our body. And maybe a bit wash of the face, the nose and the upper and lower lip, the chin, and perhaps chin up and slide the hand down the throat a few times. And then drop the chin down and give a rub at the back of the neck. Maybe find little claws with your fingers and comb your hair towards the crown of the head from where the hair is born. I'm not sure that's the right expression. Nice. Now place your hands on your ribcage and give a bit of a rub on the ribcage too, like big circles going towards the inside, down, out and up. And the groin, low back, give it a rub. You can round your spine to see if you can rub a little bit higher up on the spine. Amazing. Now take a thumb, choose one, it's on you. Take a thumb like on an OK. In front of you, fix your eyes on your nail, and without moving the head, we're gonna drop the hand down. Keep your eyes fixed on the thumbnail and then open towards the side and up, creating half a circle. Then once we reach up, we change the thumb and we complete the circle. And let's do two more like this to one side. Try to keep your head still as possible. And make the circles as big or as small as they feel comfortable. Now stop, give me a fast blink. Blink as fast as you can, and then we start with the other hand. Drop the thumb down and open towards the opposite side, and then change the thumb. Remember, we're creating circles, and they can be small or big. I don't want you to restrain your eyes. And then last one. Amazing. Release, give it a shake of the hands. All right, now place both your hands, bend the elbows and place your hands in front of you. The palms are facing down. And we are going to be doing some circles with our fingers. So we're going to start with the thumbs. So give me big expressive circles, 3 on one direction or 4. And then we reverse the circle. And then the index. Now, on the hands, there are shared tendons. The fingers share some tendons. Reverse the circle. So if you're trying to move, like for example, now the index, and then you feel like the middle finger is also moving a little bit, don't worry. Let's change to the middle finger. Just isolate as much as you can and reverse. Remember, 3 or 4 towards each direction. Try to keep the wrists, change to the ring finger. Try to keep the wrists as still as possible. Really make them big and expressive. And then pinky. And reverse. Nice. Now, give me a flicking of water. Open and close, open and close, open and close as fast as you can. And feel how the more we do it, the more the fingers kind of start to get rigid. So let's go, let's go. Your forearms are gonna wake up as well. Amazing, well done. Now, please grab one hand, choose one, the one you feel like. And we're gonna start with thumb and index, so keep them open in a comfortable way. And with the thumb and index of the other hand, we are gonna try to bring these two fingers together, but with the other hand, we're gonna offer resistance, right? So we try to bring the fingers together, but the fingers don't wanna get together. So we open and we count, we stay there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now we change to index and middle finger. And again, we try to get them together, but they resist. And for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, middle and ring. We try to get them together and perceive which ones are a little bit like, oh, wow, these are super weak. These two, for example, in my hand are like not resisting at all. And then change to ring and pinky. Nice. And then let's go with the other hand. So index and thumb. These usually are the strongest, right? Thumb is a strong finger. 2, 1. And then change index and middle finger. And don't worry if all this is really a struggle, because sometimes we're not really used to working on our fingers too much. And then change to middle and ring. And change to ring and pinky. Wow, and then release. Give it a rubby. Amazing. Now, place your palms facing forwards like on a stop, and then bend the pinky, then ring, then middle, then index, lift pinky, ring, middle, index, and we try to piano the hands, piano the fingers. Always the pinky leads, and then we change. Keep the hands facing forward like a stop, and then we start with the ring, index, middle, ring and pinky, index up, middle, ring and pinky. And again, with piano, we try to make it as smooth as possible. And release. Give it a little bit of a shake. Release the block. Come to stand near the top of the mat. Now, we're going to be doing this really simple, just going through some sun salutations. But I want you to pay attention to what you do with your hands and try to use your fingers, spread them and move them around. Don't keep them stuck into mittens, but try to whoosh, open the fingers and see what it feels like when you pay attention to your hands, what happens with the rest of your body. So let's go. Let's gonna do a sequence that we all more familiar with. So we allow a little bit more attention to the hands. So inhale, sweep the arms up, spread the fingers. Exhale and fold, bend the knees and drop the head. Inhale, up, halfway lift. Exhale as we fold, place the hands on the mat, spreading those fingers, and step your feet back to a plank. Inhale here. Exhale as we drop the knees and bend the elbows back all the way to the mat and tuck the toes. Inhale, elbows are hugging the body, lift the chest slightly, engage those glutes. Exhale and softly go down, tuck under your toes, push yourself back to a child's pose and lift your hips up into a down dog. Give me a little pedal, and remember again, fingers are spread but comfortable, and really push through those hands. Your shoulders are kissing your ears as we pedal on the down dog. And then inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale, deep bend on the knees and big steps forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale as we fold. Slightly bend on the knees, engage those glutes, and with the spine long, we come halfway. And we come up to standing. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Expressive fingers. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And sweep the arms up to standing. Now take the weight towards your right leg and bring the left knee up. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Remember to be expressive with those fingers. Bend through the right leg and step it back for a high lunge. Already here, big and expressive fingers, and give me a big wrist circles. However you fancy, figure of 8, but move those wrists and move the fingers. Use them as well. Inhale here and exhale. We open to warrior 2. Again, hands, what are they doing? What are my fingers? And remember the piano fingers we did earlier. We're gonna do it on this position. So we start with pinky, ring, middle, and index. Pinky, ring, middle, and index. You've got the idea. And check the sensation of knowing that the back hand, you are not actually looking at it. And then we start with the index. Now sweep the left arm down and take your way to a high lunge. Inhale here, exhale, drop the torso, frame the front foot and step it back into a plank. Inhale, exhale to drop the knees and bend the elbows all the way down and tuck the toes. Inhale, cobra, engage those glutes. Exhale softly down and push yourself back to a child's pose as you lift your hips up for a down dog. Big inhale and exhale to release. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, deep bend on the knees and 2 big steps forwards or more if you want to do more steps. Inhale, halfway lift. Really engage through those glutes as we take the torso all the way up. And now we change. Take your weight towards the left. Inhale, sweep the arms up and bring the right knee towards the chest. Remember, what are my fingers doing? And then we exhale, bend through the left knee and step it back to a high lunge. Keep your arms up. Expressive fingers and give me big circles with the wrists and use those fingers like a flamenco kind of dancer. Inhale here and exhale to open to warrior or 2. And once more, we're gonna do piano on the fingers. So we start with the index this time. Index, middle ring and pinky. Index, middle ring and pinky. Piano, fingers. And then reverse, we start with pinky. And always the pinky leads. Amazing. Sweep the right arm down and up. Once more for high lunge. Keep those fingers spread and soft. Exhale to fold down and frame the left foot. Place your hands on the mat and step your feet back into a plank. Inhale here. Exhale, either chaturanga or down to the knees. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale back to a down dog. Well done. Now, inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale, bend the knees. Tiptoe really slowly all your way forward until your feet are as close as they can get to the hands. Inhale, little halfway lift. Exhale and release. Place your hands facing forward. The palms are facing forward. Drop your head. And now flex all your fingers. So curl your fingers, all of them, including the thumb, and then spread them, curl them, and spread them. One more curl, and spread, and perceive the sensation at the back of your wrists. And spread, last one, curl, and release. Place the fingertips on the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Perhaps your hands are on your knees. Exhale, fold, place your hands on the mat and step it back to a down dog. And then drop your knees down and come into a tabletop. Now, once more, remember, pay attention to those hands. What am I doing with the fingers? So we're gonna do big circles, keeping the torso and the face down into the mat, but we're gonna do big and expressive circles with our arm. And as we go, I want you to really wiggle the fingers. However you fancy, but just really wiggle them. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. The fingers, wish. And perceive if, because you are doing a circle with the shoulder, kind of like thinking about the fingers gets a little bit complicated. And then we change the hand, start forward, wiggle the fingers. And back. You can piano them if you want to keep practicing the piano fingers. And last one. You've got this. I'm trying to see also if maybe your elbow starts to bend. Place both your hands on the mat. Inhale and drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck the tailbone and round the spine all the way up as you drop the head. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, come to center and take your hips back to sit on your heels. Now, what we're gonna do now is place one hand, again, you choose. Okay, let's start with left arm out, palm facing down, and we place the right palm under our elbow, right where our elbow is. Now, we're gonna flip the palm up, bring the palm towards the shoulder, thread it under the right arm, and bring it up to center. We're gonna have to kind of wiggle the right hand. And then again, palm to shoulder, thread it, and up, palm to shoulder, thread it, and up. One more shoulder, thread it, and up. And one last one, and up, and then we reverse. We go down, thread it up and forward, down, thread it up and forward. See that with my right hand I am having to wiggle, otherwise it would get stuck in the way. One last time, and we change the hand. So palm up, palm to shoulder, thread it down, and up to shoulder, thread it down, up, shoulder, thread it down, up, last one, shoulder. This is for the elbow. And keep your hand active since you're on it. And then reverse. So flip the palm down, thread it inside and up, flip palm down, in and out. Two more. Maybe one more. And then we release. Just let me check how much time I've got left. All right, nice. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Big circles with your wrists. Use your fingers. And exhale, release. Inhale, sweep the left arm up and side bend towards the right. And again, what are my fingers doing? Am I on a mitten shape? Can I spread perhaps the fingers? Can I even give a little wiggle? And then bring back to center. Inhale, sweep the right up, expressive fingers, and side bend on an exhale. Once more, maybe a little wiggle with the fingers. Can I? And then come back to center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale to cactus the arms. Shine the chest forward, but open through those fingers. And exhale, we round the spine and drop the head, release. Roll the spine all the way up to standing. Big inhale, exhale, drop the chin down to the chest. Inhale to roll halfway, ear to shoulder, and down. Roll to the other side on an inhale, and exhale down. Continue for a few more breaths, and if you feel any part that you think like, oh, here is nice, I would like to stay there, then be my guest. And once we drop the head forward, imagine you had a really heavy ball inside your forehead, and because the ball is so heavy, your spine starts to roll down vertebra per vertebra, until you feel maybe a little tingling at your spine, and we stay there, really rounding through the spine, and we lift the head up and drop it down, lift it up and drop it down, up, down. One breath here. And then roll up to seated. Place one hand on top of each other at the heart center. And we finish with a big releasing breath all together. Inhale through the nose. And sigh it all out. Palms together. Amazing. Well done. Well done, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this little tiny flow. The main idea is for you to perceive how much do you use your hands when you are moving. This was a very short sequence, and I on purpose chose one that we are all familiar with and poses that we might be, most of us, familiar with. mainly with the purpose of perceiving if maybe on our practice we don't tend to use our hands that much, and to know that we can add little wiggles, the simplest, most random wiggles that you want, but just to kind of add our hands into our practice. And also to check at the beginning to see how strong our fingers are. You can add this little drill into your daily or whatever practice you've got. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you, from now on, perhaps you use your fingers and your hands a little bit more as you flow. And if you like this video and you think anyone might benefit from it, please feel free to share the love. Subscribe to my channel for more weekly content, and I will see you on the mat very soon. Bye bye.